Welcome to the campaign of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Playing the campaign of Call of Duty makes you feel like you're playing the jack of all trades, but it is the master of none. Call of Duty's campaign is a first-person shooter and was co-developed by Raven Software and Treyarch and published by Activision. Black Ops 6 takes place after the Cold War, where tensions are starting to ease. But here comes the Pantheon, a paramilitary group to raise tensions once again with a bioweapon called the Cradle. Troy Marshall, Frank Woods, and yourself, an agent named Case, are all suspended after disobeying a direct order. With the help from Russell Adler, you find this abandoned location that will now work as your home base. It's up to you three to assemble a team and take down the Pantheon before the Cradle is used to devastate millions of people. Black Ops 6 does have a good story for you to follow. It makes the gamer really want to keep playing the missions to figure out what's going on, and it does a good job throwing some twists along the way. It does get a bit weird later on, but the story is not the problem. The COD campaign can be played with a mouse and keyboard or a controller, and is available on these platforms. Next, here are the menu settings. Call of Duty does have cross-progression through the linking of an Activision account, but I'm not sure how that works exactly with the campaign. Call of Duty does look good, but again, it better for the over 100 gigabytes required to play this game. When characters are interacting, you can see the fine details that the developers put in, which really makes this game look great. I still have a problem that these characters don't feel like they exactly belong in a war game, but that's just a personal opinion. Moving to the sound effects, they sound lifelike and will keep you immersed in the combat. Nothing negative to say about that here. And here are the system requirements. It's what you can expect from a modern AAA title. The flow of the Call of Duty campaign is what you could expect from a Call of Duty game. The campaign is broken down into missions that you choose to do from this board or from the main menu. There are a wide variety of missions that you will play, ranging from stealthy missions to open world-esque mission to even a bioweapon mission, which is where it gets a bit odd for me. In each mission, you'll be given an objective, stealth, or shoot your way to doing each, and you will move on to the next, just like a typical COD campaign. If you watch our Black Ops 6 Zombies video, you'll remember that the mechanics of Call of Duty are the same as they always have been. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. But instead of listing out the mechanics, I'll just say it's what you can expect from a Call of Duty game. What I will list out the new things that are in this campaign. Like throughout the campaign, you will come across cash, and you'll be able to use this to unlock perks, such as auto picking up armor plates, having more life, or even buying gun variants that you could use in multiplayer. In order to do this, you buy a training area, a weapon bench, and gear station at your home base. You go up to one of these, and you can spend your cash there to buy perks. I do like this system as it rewards players for exploring more than they typically would have been just looking for collectibles. Now, Case is a lock-picking expert from all those years of playing Skyrim, and is now ready to use his abilities for the greater good. You will open up doors and chests with this ability by rotating the pick to raise the pin. Once it's raised, hold it there, and you're done. You also now have the ability to play detective by having a black light, which will reveal all the things you wouldn't want anyone else to see. You can use it on walls to reveal messages or on keypads to see where fingerprints are to know a general idea of what a code is to open up a door. You pick the numbers that have fingerprints on them and will be told whether the number isn't in the code, it's in the wrong spot, or it's correct. Outside of using the black light, Case is also a computer genius, having the ability to hack military computers with ease. Each letter will correspond to a number that will spell out a word. These are all actual words, and you could usually figure them out quickly after the first couple of letters. Moving to the equipment wheel, instead of having access to only one primary and one tactical, you are now given the opportunity to hold on to 8 score streaks, tactical, and lethal equipment, shown on this wheel here. You open up the wheel and choose whatever it is you want to be equipped. It makes you feel like a bit of a one-man army where you could have different equipment for different situations, which is a plus in my book. You will come across an abundance of weapons while playing the campaign, ranging from snipers like the LW3A1 Frostline, submachine guns like the C9, and even assault rifles like the Model L. And it goes on with shotguns, pistols, light machine guns, and even a Gatling gun you can pick up. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to customize these weapons in campaign, so whatever attachments they have in the game is how you'll have to use them. If that's not the case, then I haven't found out how to do so. Outside of the typical soldiers that every war game will have, like snipers, infantry, and RPGers, etc., the Call of Duty campaign introduces special enemies, notated by the health bar above their head. These enemies are harder to kill and are quite frustrating, like this guy who just spams RC car after RC car at you, or the big tank that has a Gatling gun that will rip you apart. For a brief moment as well in the campaign, you'll even fight mannequins and the enemies that are in the zombies game mode. It does offer a bit of variety from what you could expect, but I'm not a huge fan of these. The Call of Duty campaign is single player only, so if you want to play with your friends, you might as well go back and play World at War's campaign. And again, since it is single player, there isn't any pay to win in it, thank God. But to my surprise, there isn't a way to customize your characters, your guns, etc. outside of the perks that you could buy. A bit weird that they seemingly went backwards in terms of customization. While playing the campaign, I didn't encounter too many glitches, outside of maybe someone standing on an invisible platform. But I have seen players that have either billions of dollars to where they can't spend it all, or have negative billions of dollars where they can't buy anything. As for the not good portion of the campaign, I understand how they were trying to tie in other parts of previous Call of Duty campaigns, but to try and tie in part of the zombies mode to campaign was silly. These two modes should never be tied together and should be left separated. The Call of Duty campaign will leave a lot of mixed feelings. On one hand, the game tries to do some things that were never previously in a Call of Duty game, such as an open world type mission, and the cash system to buy upgrades sort of give it an RPG-like element. But on the other hand, it seems the game's campaign is trying to do way too much. They've incorporated some portions of Warzone and zombies into the campaign to me that just don't fit. I get trying to be innovative, but it just didn't work here. With that being said, on our patented 0 to 1 scale, we rate this mode a 0.66 out of 1. The campaign does have its good moments, but it just didn't feel like a COD campaign at times. It just felt like it was missing an identity. If you like this no bullshit review of the COD campaign, be sure to pick that like button, loot that sub button, and enjoy all of the words of the comments section down below. Thank you, good night, and make sure to switch your bills to autopay so you don't forget about them.